Alright, y'all. I wanted to check in and give you an update. We are currently in the hospital in the emergency room. Lydia is not doing great. All of a sudden, yesterday, it started to go downhill. She's 2 weeks postpartum. She has mastitis and then could have a UTI, other stuff. Her body might be going septic. So we're trying to do everything we can. The hospital here is being very proactive and helping out. So it all started yesterday. She felt like she was getting mastitis. She had it twice with Riker. So we were trying to work with that and then had a high fever. So I stayed out and watched Kaya and Riker, and then you woke up this morning feeling really bad. Tried to take a shower and blacked out. Could not see anything. So I was holding her. Thankfully she did not fall, but very pale. So we scheduled an appointment with her OB. They went and checked everything and said, you need to go to the hospital. So we went from the woman's side down to the ER. They are currently running fluids and antibiotics.
I'm doing every test in the book.
Trying to get Lydia back to normal.
X-rays and EKG.
Yeah.
And I'm hooked up to every machine you could imagine. And fluids, yeah.
Thankfully, we have our sister-in-law, Hannah, here to help us out. And then your mom is taking Riker. Hannah will be taking Kaya. So we have everything figured out for the next couple of days until Lydia gets discharged. All right, y'all, it is time to give you an update. The doctor just came in and informed us what is going on. Lydia's gonna give you the details.
Good news, I'm not septic. Bad news, there's still some, what do they call it, retained placenta that did not come out. So they're gonna have to do a DNC, whatever it is called, to get it, like, everything scraped out. So I'm getting surgery. Hopefully today, and then I can start recovering all over.
So she's hopefully going to go into surgery tonight. It could be later.
I feel like I'm starting my postpartum over again. I wonder if it's gonna be as like the same amount of pain. It's kind of it's disheartening.
I hope not.
I was just at a point where I was feeling great, and then it went downhill. But I never heard about that could be a possibility. Did you? That placenta? Like, I figured you would find out sooner than 2 weeks, but.
All right, y'all. I just want to take a quick second and thank Live It Up for sponsoring this video. Life has been a little crazy lately. A new baby, less sleep, and a lot to juggle around. I needed something that was simple that could help me feel more energized and just steady. And that is why I started taking Super Greens. It actually tastes really good. It is made with organic vegetables and low in sugar. And it is something I can stick with even on those busiest mornings. All I need to do is just add 1 scoop into my water, milk, orange juice in the morning, stir it up, and it is ready to go. If you feel like you're giving it all to your family but want to feel better in your own body, this is one habit that really supports your wellness. With a subscription, you get 33% off for life plus free shipping. It is third-party tested and it is made by people who care about real wellness and real life. You can scan the QR code that is on the screen, use my code TRACE15 to get 15% off. You don't want to miss out. The link is in the top of the description. You can use that or scan the QR code. Now, back to the video. All right, y'all. I'm going to give you an update of everything that we know that's going on. Lydia started feeling bad yesterday, and yesterday evening had a fever, felt like she was getting mastitis, and said it hurt when she went to the restroom and burnt. She's been on medicine ever since delivery, like pain reliever. She took that, went to sleep last night. When she woke up this morning, she was really not feeling good, and she tried to take a shower and ended up blacking out. Thankfully, I was close by, but she could not really see anything. She could not hear anything. She was delusional, saying things that didn't really make sense. So we took her to her OB doctor. We called them and they said, come in, get checked. Once we got there, they were like, you probably need to go to the emergency side of the hospital. So we went over there. Ever since then, we've been in here. We don't know exactly everything that's going on. There's a lot of people that come in and out and they explain, but I will share some of the things that they shared to us. They did say that her blood pressure was a little low, heart rate was up, Lydia was very pale. The blood work showed that she was low on potassium, and then also her white blood cells were high, so her body is trying to fight off an infection. Some signs of sepsis, but not really, and we were just trying to go off what they were saying from the start. That's what they were treating her from on the start, like they were scared that she was gonna go septic. They got in here, gave her some IV fluids and stuff, and then they did some ultrasounds, and they were trying to figure out what exactly she had, a UTI, mastitis, what caused this. Could it be from a tooth infection because she has a cavity in her wisdom tooth? So they've been trying to look at all of it, and the ER doctor came in and said they believe that there was some stuff in the placenta still left in her, and they were gonna have to go in there and do surgery and take it out. So that's what we thought were going to happen. And then the OB came in and said they wasn't for sure that that's what it was. They believe it could just be blood clots. So they are going to be putting Lydia on medicine to try to get that out. They will be doing a DNC tomorrow evening. So it looks like we're going to be spending a couple days at the hospital. Lydia is a trooper. She is in a lot of pain, but is doing incredible. She's a superwoman. She's just trying to sleep right now. She's had hard last couple of days, and I know the next couple of days are going to be difficult. Thankfully, we do have family that is here to help out. Our sister-in-law is a labor and delivery nurse. None of us was expecting this at all. So we're last minute running around trying to figure out what we need to do to make sure everyone is safe and Lydia can recover and get the help she needs as best as possible, because that is the top priority, is making sure Lydia gets better and is feeling better and getting better. Where are you headed, babe?
My favorite place, back to labor and delivery. To all my friends.
All right, our latest update, we made it to the OB section, and this is exactly where we want to be. We have our favorite nurse here, Heather. She delivered Riker. She was here to help with Kaya. She came and checked on Lydia. She is amazing. She's gonna be taking care of Lydia. They're still trying to figure everything out and giving you some medicine, hopefully, to push everything out. So you don't have to have surgery. That'd be amazing.
That's right.
So that is the latest update. We'll check in later. All right, we made it through the night. How was your night, Lydia?
They gave me stuff that knocked me out, so I got so much sleep. But I still feel sleepy. I'm still waking up, I think.
It's crazy because I feel like I really don't know what's going on.
None of us do. We're just waiting to see a doctor.
I feel like everyone somewhat tells us something different sometimes. But the latest is, what is the latest? I slept with Lydia, so you would know.
They took more blood this morning to see if my infection is down. So my white blood cells count is down.
That's good.
Which is definitely good. Could also be because I'm pumped full of antibiotics all night. They gave me stuff to make my uterus contract to see if it can push out whatever is. But I think the latest is still we're waiting for the doctor to come and tell us whether or not I have to have surgery. So yeah, we're just sitting around waiting.
It looks like you could be getting better and actually getting discharged this evening, which would be crazy. We don't want surgery. Like, that would be awful. We do want to make sure that Lydia gets the help she needs. So whatever that requires, we are all for it. But it looks like the medicine is working that they are pumping in her. And we did get a little bit of sleep last night. You've been needing that, right?
They said it's way worse if you're sleep deprived, if you have an infection. So they said the best thing for you to do is sleep. So that's what I've been doing.
Now, do they say like at all, like what caused this or like anything? Or?
No, they have no idea because it could be so many different things postpartum that could cause an infection. So they just treated my whole body to see if they can flush out whatever it is. I definitely have mastitis, but I don't know what else I have on top of that. I'm feeling a lot better. My fever is down, I think, but I also don't know what kind of medicine I'm on.
So you also could have a UTI?
Yeah. They said I probably could have that too, but they don't know what started the infection. So if something started the infection because it wasn't out of my body yet, that could have started all the other things. I don't know.
And let me tell y'all, it got scary. Let me just give you the rundown of exactly what happened. Now that Lydia is kind of with it and awake to it, she can tell you because it was kind of scary.
It went fast too.
So yesterday, I guess it would have been the day before, yesterday, about 6 o'clock, you were like, hey, I think I might have the early stages of mastitis.
I was like, I feel feverish. And then I checked, no temperature. I was like, something is about to hit.
So we're like, okay, let's get you some rest. And let's just see if that helps. You had mastitis twice with Riker, so you knew what to take to try to help it and everything. So we put Riker to bed, I think at like 7:30. Usually goes to bed pretty early at 7, which is really nice. And then I stayed out in the living room with Kaya, and you pumped a lot of breast milk, so that was nice to have that. And then Lydia pumped and then tried to go to sleep and rest. And I think I woke up at like 3 or 4, fed Kaya, went in there, and you were pumping, saying that you're, hoping to get better, whatever. When we woke up at, I want to say, 6:37? Lydia was like, hey, my mastitis is not getting better. It still hurts, but it also is burning when I go use the restroom. And so it could be something else. It could be like UTI. Like, that's what my mom had, and it went really fast, and my mom went septic, and it was very scary. So we're like, okay, let's act fast. We called her OB doctor and scheduled an appointment, and they said, I think this was like 7:38. They're like, okay, come in at 9 o'clock. So I was like, okay, that's fine. Call my mom to come over and watch Kaya and Riker. And you were about 20 minutes before we were supposed to leave. Lydia's like, you know what? I just feel really nasty. I want to take a shower. So,
I was burning up with a fever all night.
Oh, I forgot. She did have some of a fever.
102 all night.
102 all night. So you did take medicine for that. So then you hopped in the shower. And about 5 minutes in, I hear you calling my name. I go in there to go open the door, and the door is locked. So I unlock the door, go in, and Lydia just looks like she's about to pass out and blackout. She's complaining she can't see at all. So I turn off the water, and I try to just get her out of the shower, sit her down on the toilet. And at this point, she is delusional and saying things that doesn't make sense. So I'm nervous.
Yeah, I was completely black. I couldn't see, and everything that he was saying sounded really far away.
And for me, I
couldn't understand
I thought you didn't have your contacts in.
You kept saying your contacts, and I was like, no, I can't see. Were my eyes open?
Yeah, your eyes were open. She said she couldn't see anything in front
black.
of her. And she's like all limp. She's just like, and white, like pale. So that means her blood pressure was probably down low. So I'm like, oh my goodness. I was about to call an ambulance, but you were like, Brian, you're like, okay, Lydia, let's just get you ready. Thankfully, my mom was there to come help me. That would have been hard if not. So
and then slowly, while y'all were trying to dress me, I started getting patches of my vision back.
Yeah. At first, you're like, you look like a heat wave. I can see right through you. Your eyes are white. I see the wall behind you. Stuff that doesn't make sense.
I hope this never happens to you, because I would freak out as a spouse.
Well, I would too. So I was like, okay, let's get you to the doctor's office and let them see what's going on. So we get you to the car, and then you're walking out, you're like, hi, Riker. Hi, so sweet. Passy.
Everything was like slow motion.
Yeah. So we get you to the car, get you to the hospital, and see your OB doctor. Ran a couple tests. I was like, okay, let's quite smart. The infection came on really fast. We don't know exactly what's going on. We're trying to make sure your body don't go into septic, but you had a lot of signs, high heart rate, low blood pressure, fever. So we went to the other side of the hospital, to the emergency side, and got checked in there and spent most of the day over there.
Doing every test in the book.
Everything. Lydia had stickers all over, EKG, they did ultrasound, X-ray. They were just doing everything.
Ran everything, yeah.
And pumped a lot of IV stuff into you, and that's when you started like getting back to normal.
Getting some energy back.
Getting some energy back. And then we really didn't know what was going on, because they would come in and say, emergency room doctor said, hey, we think we found something in your
retained placenta.
Yes, retained
still
placenta.
in there.
So you're going to have a DNC. Then the OB came in and was like, well, we don't, I'm actually not 100% sure that's what it is. We think that it might just be blood clots. So we're going to try to give you stuff to contract your uterus to get that out. And if that works, then we don't have to do the DNC. So we eventually made it over to the OB where we are now, side of the hospital. They've been taking great care of Lydia, and all that medicine, like she said, is starting to work. Her white blood counts are down. We still don't know what exactly is going on. We don't know if we're going to be here for a couple days or we're going to be out tonight. That is the update we have. I'm sorry it was long. Check in later. All right, y'all. We made it through another night. How you feeling, Lydia?
We're starting to be delirious from being in this room for days.
We did make it through another night. Since the last update, we really don't have a lot of news, except they did give her some more antibiotics and then also more medicine to help you try to contract and get everything that is in there out.
They took more blood, so we're waiting to hear back from that to see if any of it looks better.
And then that's true. And they're also working and helping you with your mastitis too, which is very nice. So Lydia had multiple things going on. It wasn't just the mastitis, it was something else, which we're still not for sure. The culture blood work from the urine is not back yet to know if she had a UTI and if that's what caused the burning, or is there still some of the placenta up there? If so, it would be a very small piece. Still trying to figure it all out. But Lydia is feeling better, right?
I feel so much better today than yesterday. I feel like when I came in, what was that, 2 days ago? It was really bad. Yesterday, everything hit me because I slowly was getting off painkillers. Today, I feel like I have more energy, but I'm still just trying every few hours. I just take a nap because they said the best thing I can do is rest. So.
But we both are missing our kids a lot. I know that we keep FaceTiming your mom and then also Hannah to check in on them and make sure they're doing good. Because that is another really hard thing, is being so sick, wanting your kids beside you, but knowing it's going to be too much to take care of them.
I just know I can't hold them.
Yeah.
I also have like needles in all my arms.
That is true.
So I really can't hold them.
But thankfully they're doing really well. So the next step is just find out from what the doctor says, which they should be coming in shortly. And then we either, I don't know, we might go home. They might say that everything's good, or we'll find out. We'll try to keep you updated.
It's so many random symptoms that are hard to figure out exactly what it is, I feel like, or what caused what.
Yeah.
That's the hard thing.
Yes.
Like, we all know I have a few different things, but
They
what
know you have
started
mastitis.
it
Yes.
is the issue that we can't figure out. They did say that all those things you're more prone to get if you're sleep deprived, and
We both
if
are.
you have babies, you know it's hard to not be in the first 2
That
weeks.
is true.
So they said just sleep, and so we've been trying to.
Alrighty, we have an update. Doctor came in and said that we will be heading home in a couple hours. They're finishing up the antibiotics, and then we will be heading home and sending you home with some antibiotics. So we hope that everything is fine. And she said that whatever's in there, you should be able to deteriorate and you should be able to pass it. It is good that Lydia is feeling a lot better today and looking better. And yes, the antibiotics and the stuff is working. So that is really good to get the infection gone in a way. But we still just pray that everything from here on is just smooth sailing. It was scary, scared me to death. She was not all there and pale and could not move at all. Even the doctor said, "You look so bad when you came in." She was like, "We took you straight to the emergency room because you did not look that good."
I look so bad.
Yeah.
It's wild. It went so fast, so unexpected, and now I'm just ready to go back into my routine, go get our sweet kids.
Yeah.
I'm ready to enjoy the summer, not be in a hospital.
Wouldn't that be nice?
It just feels like it's not even summer, but it looks so pretty outside.
Well, that was the other day. It scared both of us. Thank you for coming along. We were not planning on filming any of this, but last minute change, and we just want to document what was going on in Lydia's life and in our life. And we will check back in next week. But right now we're just going to take some time, get home, spend some time with our kids, and get Lydia back 100%. That is the goal.
I feel like we keep doing this. I keep going, okay, let's go get back to normal, and then something happens.
That is true.
But yeah, I feel like this time around I'm gonna be good. Give me a week and I'll be a new person in a shower because I'm ready to go get cleaned up.
Well, thank you for watching this vlog. We will see you next week.
Bye.